What is up, guys? Prodigal Lion here, and welcome back to another video. In this video, I wanted to talk about the fact that the Uncharted movie finally has a release date set for December 18th, 2020. To finally hear that we have a release date for this movie is pretty bizarre, considering we've been hearing so much back and forthness, that's a new word, about this movie for like 10 years now. I think the original first talks for the movie happened in like 2008 or 2009, and ever since then, they've just been gaining and losing directors and actors and people a part of the project throughout that whole span. I think I even remember a couple years ago, like 15 or 2016, one of those years, they actually had a release date set, but then as the time came closer, they just ended up canceling it because they were just nowhere near development. So Tom Holland joined the project back in 2017 while the director was still Sean Levy, but since then Sean Levy has left. He's been replaced by Dan Trachtenberg, I think that's how you pronounce his last name. But Tom Holland has stayed on to the film. Now obviously Tom Holland's a young guy, looks really young, doesn't look anything like a modern age Nathan Drake. And so they've pretty much already confirmed that this is going to be a prequel to the Uncharted series. I don't really know how I feel about that. I mean, I'm going to watch it, and I hope it's good. I'm not saying it won't be good, but I just don't know how I feel about it being a prequel. I really always wanted to see him like a normal Uncharted movie adaptation with him of like his current age, and like an ideal actor for Nathan Drake would have been Nathan Fillion. I'm sure most of you guys by now have seen the fan film that came out last summer with Nathan Fillion. It was just put on YouTube. It was only like 15 minutes long, but it was so good. And it only made us want an actual movie even more, but it was nice to see Nathan Fillion play Nathan Drake, because he's literally the real-life version of Nathan Drake, both in terms of looks, because it looks a lot like him, but also he really just kind of had a personality and charisma that fit Nathan Drake. And I'm worried that Tom Holland won't be able to caption Nathan Drake's personality. Granted, I don't know much about Tom Holland. I just know he played Spider-Man, but I haven't even seen the Spider-Man movie that he was in, or Infinity War or anything like that. I haven't seen any of that stuff, so I don't know how good of an actor he is. So it says right here, Variety reports that the film will follow a young Nathan Drake who meets Victor Sullivan, or Sully as he's known in the games, for the first time. As such, it's not a story already told by any of the games, which is kind of some bullshit, because, I mean, we did see a small portion of that in Uncharted 3 of Nathan as a teenager, first meeting Sully, which granted, we didn't see anything after that. So what my bet is hopefully this picks up like sometime around that time, like right when they meet. Maybe they could even recreate some of the moments we saw in Uncharted 3, and then they will just continue from there, because we didn't ever see anything in between that. We saw when they first met, but we saw nothing in between. So I think it'd be kind of cool to see them fill that in. I just hope they do a good job of it. That's the only concern I have. That's the whole concern I've always had of having an Uncharted movie, is they don't do it right. So fingers crossed this is going to be a good movie. But December 18th, 2020, let's talk about that day for a second too. I mean, that's not that far away. Like, it sounds like it's a while away, but that's only like a year and a half. So I'm sure, give it another year, we should have our first trailer. So I mean, I imagine the movie's a little bit further into development than we originally would have thought. I mean, like, I know it's been in the works for like what, 2 years now with Tom Holland, but with replacing the director, I don't know how much of it changed or how far they've gotten, but we'll see. I mean, that's not that far away. It'll be here before we know it. But that's all I have for this video right now, guys. I just wanted to talk about this a little bit. Let me hear your thoughts on this. Like, are you guys excited for the Uncharted movie? Do you like that it's a prequel, or are you kind of like me and wish it was a little bit more of like the modern day, just kind of film adaptation of what we've experienced within the Uncharted games? Let me know your comments down below. Please hit that thumbs up button and consider subscribing if you're new here. And that's all I have for right now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.